My boss implemented a no excuses attendance policy 2 weeks later. I found him stranded in a snowstorm. I drove right past him. Have you ever watched someone create their own karma in real time at my company? Punctuality had always been reasonably enforced. Pruder life happens, traffic exists, children get sick. Then Marcus became our new department director. Marcus arrived from some Fortune 500 company with big ideas about accountability culture. When his first month, he implemented what he proudly called the zero tolerance Clayfins policy. 1 minute late written warning, 3 minutes late. Half day of PTO deducted 10 minutes late. Full day deducted 3 incidents in a month. Formal disciplinary action. Success is showing up, he announced in the all hands meeting. Amazon doesn't tell customers. Sorry your package is late, there was traffic. We tried explaining that we weren't packages parent, we were humans with complex lives in a city with unpredictable public transportation. Marcus was unmoved. Plan better, he said with that corporate smile. Leave earlier. Science responsibility is non-negotiable. The policy hit parents especially hard. Emily from accounting lost 2 days of PTO when her son's school bus was late twice in 1 week. Michael missed half a day when his diabetic mother needed emergency help one morning. I lost a full vacation day when a major accident shut down the highway parent despite sending photos of the standstill traffic from my car. Each time Marcus's response was the same. The policy is clear. No exceptions create fairness for everyone. The breaking point came when Diane, who'd worked at the company for 22 years, received a formal warning after being 3 minutes late because she stopped to help an elderly woman who had fallen on the icy sidewalk outside our building. She'd literally helped someone at our front door and was punished for it. We started documenting everything. Several people began job hunting. Morale plummeted. Creativity followed. Chicago winters are no joke, but this February storm was exceptional. 13 inches overnight with winds creating 6-foot drifts. The governor declared a state of emergency. Every reasonable business closed for the day, except ours. Marcus sent an email at 5:30 a.m. Office remains open. Plan accordingly. Zero tolerance policy remains in effect. I left my apartment at 6 a.m. for my 9 a.m. shift, knowing the normally 40-minute commute would be treacherous. I own a reliable SUV with good snow tires, part a necessity in Chicago. 3 hours of careful driving later, I pulled into the nearly empty office parking lot at 8:57 a.m. Only 4 other employees had made it and no sign of Marcus by 10:30 a.m. A few more colleagues had arrived, all stressed and exhausted from dangerous commutes. Still no Marcus. At 11:45 a.m. his email arrived. Experiencing vehicle issues on my 43 will be in shortly. I had a lunch meeting with a client near my 43, so I headed out around noon. The roads were still terrible. Parrot plows couldn't keep up with the continuing snowfall. As I carefully navigated down my 43, I spotted a stranded black Tesla on the shoulder, hazards blinking. Next to it stood a figure in a camel hair coat and dress shoes, frantically waving at passing cars. I immediately recognized his distinctive coat and his success posture. Print shoulders back, chin up, even while stranded in a blizzard. His Tesla's low clearance had clearly been no match for Chicago's unplowed roads. I slowed down, making eye contact through my windshield. He recognized me, his face lighting up with relief as he started walking toward my vehicle. In my rearview mirror, I watched his expression change from hope to disbelief. I continued to my lunch meeting when I returned to the office at 2:30 p.m. Marcus still wasn't there. By 4 p.m. he finally arrived, looking disheveled and furious. He said nothing as he stalked to his office the next morning. An email awaited us. In recognition of yesterday's extreme weather conditions, no attendance violations will be recorded for the 17th of February. Nothing else. No apology, no acknowledgement, just a quiet retreat. 2 days later, I was called into his office. Close the door, he said, not looking up from his computer. I prepared for termination as I sat down yesterday, he finally said, still not making eye contact. That was you on MAF 43, wasn't it? Why, now he looked at me and I was surprised to see genuine confusion rather than anger. I was planning better, I replied evenly. I had a lunch meeting scheduled. I left early to ensure I wouldn't be late. Suic's responsibility is non-negotiable. He stared at me for a long moment. I was stranded for 3 hours, he said quietly. Nobody stopped. I could have had a medical emergency. Then it sounds like you experienced a personal transportation issue that affected your punctuality. The policy is clear. The silence between us stretched uncomfortably long. Finally, he sighed. The attendance policy will be revised effective immediately. We'll return to the previous system with reasonable allowances for circumstances beyond employee control. And Sarah, he added as I reached the door, I would have driven right past me too. Nobody mentioned the snowstorm incident directly, but a new example was specifically included in the reasonable exceptions list, stopping to assist others in emergency situations.